So you talked about great feedback that you've been having from people that you've been training, but I suppose feedback's one thing, but multi-award winning, those accolades on the wall behind you, the shiny trophies. So first of all, can I just say that from somebody that sort of knows you personally, knocking around the industry, it was amazing to be sat in the crowd to hear your names called out on several occasions to come up and pick up the award, and especially the big award there. For people who are not familiar with the best supplier guide, first of all, where have you been living? But it's a huge accolade, because when you look at the names that are in the list there, the short list of suppliers, it's the best of the best. It's a who's who of industry suppliers, and there's some really tough competition there across loads of different categories and solutions, and you guys keep coming out on top. So it's got to be an amazing feeling, isn't it?
It was a phenomenal feeling. I mean, I still don't know if we've really processed it, the actual gravity behind that award and what it means. I think we're still very much sitting on a very happy cloud over a rainbow somewhere. You were there, you saw our reactions. I mean, I think they were trying to usher us up onto the stage as we were in shock.
Was this mixture of shock and absolute elation? You know, you're all like, I can't believe this is happening. But okay, so Ricky, so you know, for you, why is this such a great accolade? Because I know you guys have won awards before as well, but this one is, I'm not it's the FA Cup.
I think
it's close.
I think it's, you know, from those in industry, or those, you know, sort of in and around industry, I think, you know, that the general consensus is, you know, these awards, you know, the masters and all that goes along with the guide are, you know, it's the pinnacle really, and what we would all aspire to be involved in, let alone, you know, sort of, you know, be fortunate enough to pick up an award, whatever form it would be. So looking at our progress over the last 2 or 3 years in terms of, you know, picking up the, you know, a bronze, you know, sort of placement and a silver placement, which we were really, you know, we liked and we were so appreciative of, was fantastic. So I think what last year, genuinely hoping that we could maintain, because, you know, picking up an accolade and setting ourselves at a level to then maintain that, I think is as hard, if not a more difficult achievement than picking something up in the first place. You know, it's that continuity. It was the sort of enjoyment and the knowledge that the service that these two provide is liked and respected so much by our clients, that they take the time to vote for us. They took the time out of their days to sort of recognize it. So that was almost, you know, I was as happy as I thought could be the case in that instance. But then to top that on that same day, that afternoon, as being recognized as the overall winner was something different. You know, I know the competition, I know how good the companies are that, you know, were involved in that process, you know, people that we would aspire to, you know, to try and replicate and be in the same conversation as. So yeah, I think it's genuinely as good as it gets. And I just wish that the public and the clients that we deal with outside agencies sort of, you know, could understand that as well as us lot in the industry do.
Yeah, it's just it is a major accolade, and I hope that they appreciate that. And I think, you know, the best estate agent guide certainly out there on the street is something that the public are now aware of, and obviously as a knock on from that, the best supplier guide has to give some recognition as well. Are there any fights behind the scenes as to who gets to take the trophy home at night, or do you share it?
I don't. It was never. It wasn't ever an option, David, really, because I think Kate had it on the stage and only let go of it about 20 minutes ago. And bear in mind that was November, so you know, read into that what you will.
So you have a massively loyal and expanding client base, but they're obviously very happy campers in terms of the service that you're providing. What do you think is the key to keeping that client base loyal, satisfied? Because it's hard, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You know, the guys will answer that one, and ultimately it's their involvement, David, I think, and they can expand on it. But I think doing what we say, you know, when it needs to be done, doing it from a personal level, and having that common ground in the interaction, the knowledge of being an agent, and having the confidence to call upon examples that we've dealt with in the past. I think those are key to it, really. And I think those 3 or 4 things put together are what people enjoy, and that's why I suppose what's important for me, maybe as important as a growing client bank, is the repeat custom. You know, so for us to have clients coming back to us after large intervals of time in line with the sort of license requirements and the timelines is important. And literally this week, you know, no, it is factual and genuine. You know, one of the charities that we deal with, you know, linked up with Kate earlier Monday and Tuesday, and have taken another 30 members of their team to be, you know, to be trained and see the benefit of us as a provider. So that's a repeat business. It's from a very, very respectable and trusted company that we really, really appreciate being involved in, and in bulk, in large numbers. So, you know, I think that speaks volumes, really.
I think for us, keeping it going and obviously building on that strong relationships we already have. We've got a great relationship with Rent Smart Wales. That obviously helps, isn't it? We're able to get in touch with them when we need advice ourselves, you know. And building on our knowledge. Kate literally loves reading. She is an amazing knowledge font. So yeah, building our own knowledge and building those relationships and getting ourselves out there. I think we're up here, we're away from the public in some lights. So I think this year getting ourselves really out there and really pushing our comfort zones a little bit, I think, is probably
that was going to be my next question for you, as in what's next for Dawsons Training? Where are you taking this? Where do you see the natural progression? But it seems that face-to-face and getting this out on the road is almost like the key to 2024 for you.
Yeah, for sure. I think Training Wales has got, or Dawsons Training Wales has got we could do so much with it. There is so much available. We can grow in so many different ways. So for us, I think it's a really exciting journey. Like you said, we're 5 years this week, 5 years from our first ever course. So we're back with those original customers again, making that initial contact. And yeah, there is so much room to grow. And I think so long as we stick together and we push forwards and get ourselves out there, that face-to-face throughout England out, you know, like you said, you're next in line for what we're already gone through for the last 18, 24 months. So from your perspective, hopefully we'll be able to share our experience there as well.